elders, and fellow travellers on this spiritual journey. When my father, the late Mr. A.T.S. Ramasingam, built and fully consecrated the Sri Ganapathy temple in 1981, parents flocked to him, worried that their children, who they were trying their best to bring up in our great Saiva faith tradition, would be in danger of being lost to all of the negative influences of the West. They begged him to help ensure that their children stayed strong in their faith and proud of their great cultural heritage. Realizing that our culture and religion are inextricably linked, my father decided to organize classes in music and dance very early on in the temple's history. And he created opportunities for the children to perform at all our main festivals in the temple, deepening their faith in Lord Ganapathy, as well as delighting the devotees who would watch as they grew in confidence and ability throughout the years. We look to find ways to bring the children into all the ceremonies and festivals at the temple. And so, for each of our major festivals, a one-hour cultural program would be organised through the children who learnt music, dance, vocal, religion, and the Tamil language at the temple. We also look to find ways to help the children to learn about traditions based around the festivals. So the children learned how to create beautiful column designs on the floor so that they could decorate the roads with sacred symbols. Beautiful column designs on the floor so that they could decorate the roads with sacred symbols and patterns for our Thea festival. They learned how to decorate the traditional clay pots for Thai Pongal to make their sweet rice and decorate the shrines. We gave them the large unconsecrated statue of Lord Ganesha in our reception area to decorate for each of the festivals, and they also were shown how to beautifully decorate some of the shrines with the priests inside the temple. These young children who learned Bharatanatyam also were given the special opportunity to dance in front of the Lord Ganesha's chariot on Thera Day, a grueling 2 hours of energetic kolam or kavadi during sometimes burning heat and sometimes pouring rain. But we see the children transformed on that day as they experience true bhakti. Our Bhakti Mukti Bhavana Tiruvilla, celebrating the 4 Nayanmars, is transformed by the children, dressing as the 4 Saiva saints, and also learning to sing the Thavarams and associated devotional songs, with each increasing their knowledge and faith in Lord Shiva. For our Kailasa Vahana Tiruvilla, the children read speeches in Tamil and in English about the great qualities of King Ravana, but also the negative qualities that led to his downfall and eventual destruction. Our Mamla Tiruvilla is an opportunity to teach to all the children the importance of respecting your parents through the story of Lord Ganesha and the mango, where the children read out the story in English, whilst Ganesha's boys carry the deities around the temple enacting the story, culminating in one of our young singers singing the beautiful song Palamiyappa, whilst Mother Amman, Mother Alvaya, walks around her beloved Lord Murugan. Panise, our beautiful form of devotional singing that has been transformed in our temples by the presence and teaching of Sri Swami Dandapani, resident Aldevar at the London Sivan Kovil, and teacher to many of us. During the festivals, we always give opportunities for the children to sing Devaram Puranam and Panchapuranam, with some of our older Carnatically trained youth available to teach and support them always. And we also hold a Nadarajar every year to encourage young students to study our devotional Carnatic music to even greater depth. Bhajan singing in many languages is a firm favourite among the children, and they lift the devotees with their energy and spirituality. During the pandemic, children from the Merton Town School and Merton Science Centre learnt about videography, clarity of speech and acting for the small camera, as they created wonderful works, programs and content for our live streams on our temple YouTube channel and Facebook page. And when they were able to come back to face-to-face classes and prayers, we continued our efforts to get them involved with the festivals and activities for the children. With the children from the Merton Town School dressing as the many different forms of Lord Murugan for baptism, or enacting the story of the hunter and the tiger for Shivaratri, and many, many more beautiful plays, their incredible talent and the joy of them learning and then teaching us the Saiva religion through Tamil is inexpressible. We also try to help the children to learn about the festivals and the gods and goddesses through art and craft work, which we do regularly at the temple. And it's not just colouring with felt pens and pencils, although they all love doing that every now and again. We regularly get covered in glue, glitter and sequins to make wonderful displays in the temple, and the children get to try lots of new crafts and art media throughout the year, helped by our enthusiastic and talented young volunteers. Food is an important part of all our festivals, and the children get involved in helping with this also, and they are incredible. Always smiling, always helpful, ready to serve and look after all the devotees. They get involved in making prasadam also, to offer festivals and to serve the devotees after. This may be traditional, like pongal, but also includes such delicacies as chocolate krispies, baked potatoes, decorating cupcakes, and roasting vegan marshmallows over an outdoor bonfire for Deepavali and Sarvalaya Deepam, and decorating cupcakes for themselves for Ganapathy. We also try to get the children involved in many outside community projects, expanding their understanding of Makal Seva, Maheswaran Seva. Serving mankind is serving God. They regularly get involved at home with cooking for the homeless in central London and for local refugees, making special hampers and gifts for the most needy and vulnerable in the local community, and making and sending gifts to children in hospital. The children represent Hinduism and take part in many interfaith activities, even going to their own schools to talk about their faith. And another real joy is that we have over 3,000 local school children who come to the temple every year, with many Hindu children inside the classes, and the pride and joy that they feel bringing their classmates to their temple and showing them around is inexpressible. One of the greatest joys I have is to see children who learnt music and dance, Tamil language and religious education at the temple, now all grown up and married, and bringing their own children to learn at the temple. It makes me feel very old when I teach religious education to the children of parents who I taught when they were children, but it is also a truly blessed and joyful role to have, to create as many ways as possible to make the festivals come alive to the children who come to the temple, to help them participate and love all the festivals that we have at the temple. The priests delight in seeing the joy that the children gain from learning and inculcating the values of each of the festivals. And they always make time during the festivals, as Gavin said, to bless the children and give little gifts from our beloved Lord Ganesha to their own children. And their own children have immersed themselves in the classes of the temple and are shining examples of how full involvement in the temple will create spiritually and incredibly talented children that we can all be proud of. They say that it takes a whole village to raise a child, but I would also add that it also takes a temple to do so. Thank you.